Welcome to the Michael Singer podcast, presented by Sounds True, in partnership with Shanti Publications. For more information about Michael Singer's work, access to all prior episodes, and information about upcoming releases, we invite you to join us at michaelsingerpodcast.com.
Jai Masters. There's certain words and acts that are very common to a human being. Worry, trouble making decisions, anxiety, etc. I could go on with the list, but I don't think you need it. It's all predicated on one thing. I'm not okay. Just sit with that for a minute. I know you're supposed to think positively, but don't. Be honest. I'm not okay. Where do you have trouble making decisions? People come to me. I'm having trouble with decisions. There are no decisions. There are no problems with decisions. Why do you have trouble with decisions? Because you're not okay. You're not okay, and you think one decision will make you okay, or make you better anyways, and one decision might make you worse. And you can't decide. Well, can't you decide? I'm not okay. I don't know how to be okay. Every single decision you have ever faced, you'll ever make in your life is saying that. I'm not okay. What I need to do to be okay, right? Or what I need to do to not be worse, which is just a form of being okay, non-negative. But basically, if you're okay, there are no decisions like that. It's sort of like, here's two foods. You love them both. You've had them both at various times in your life, and they have both blown you away, all right? Which one do you want? Oh, my God, I can't decide. It's driving me crazy. Which one? What's the matter with you? Just take one. You take one. They're fine. You're fine. You'll be fine. But you don't think that when you're making decisions. You think it's important. What's it important about? I'm not okay. I swear to God, look at it. I dare you, anything. Should I get married? Should I have another child? Should I go back to school? Should I move? Should I go here? Based on what? Based on the fact that I ain't okay. And something might make me better. Or something might make me less not okay. So the answer is not what decision you're making. I'm sorry. Come out here, we got to talk deep. The answer is, why are you not okay? Why are you not okay? By the way, I could ask you, how did you decide to not be okay? That was probably the worst decision you ever made, deciding how not to be okay. Now, all the rest of your decisions are terrible and neurotic. You went crazy. So the real work in your life, your entire life, is why am I not okay? And what do I do about that? In order to solve something, you have to get down to the root of the cause. Understand that? I have a headache, take some aspirin. I have a stomach ache, take some Pepto-Bismol. No. I mean, you can do it, yes, of course, right? But that's not the answer to what to do when you have a headache. That's not the answer to what to do when you have a stomach ache. The question is, what have I been eating? What am I doing that's causing a headache? What's causing a headache? I don't care what you do. Go to a doctor, go here, try this, yoga. I don't care. But at least you're working with, why do I have a headache? Not what do I do to not feel the headache. And the same thing with your Alka-Seltzer or Pepto-Bismol. Yes, by all means, feel better, all right? But you're just going to keep having it if you don't find out why it's happening. What kind of a fool would not try to find out why it's happening and just try to suppress the feeling so you don't feel it, okay? That's not the answer. So if you're not okay, and I say to you, find out why you're not okay, don't tell me because you're not married. Don't tell me you married the wrong person. Don't tell me because you have kids, you want another kid. Not tell me because you can't travel enough. No. Those are things that you think if the outside changes, I won't have as much trouble. They don't solve anything. They just temporarily distract your consciousness from having to experience what you experience inside. Go on a vacation, come back. There are some people, I tell you, it's unbelievable. I can't even think about it. There are some people that go to work 5 days a week, so they earn enough money to have fun on the weekends. Or have a 2-week vacation. Wow, what percentage of your life is that? That's crazy. That is not a solution to why you need a vacation. You need a vacation because there's something wrong inside of you. And you need to get away from yourself. How would you like to go on a vacation that was boring and then you didn't have excitement or anything? No. I want to get distracted from myself. What is entertainment? Webster would define it this way. I will. Mickey Singer Dictionary. Entertainment is that which distracts you from yourself. Go to a movie, have it be boring. Just sit there in the theater. But entertaining. Why? It didn't distract me from the mess I have inside myself for 2 hours. Meet somebody. Oh my God, I'm so excited. We'll see how long it lasts. Because you have problems inside. And somebody outside is not going to fix those problems. I'm not talking about renouncing relationships or anything like that, or movies, or Pepto-Bismol. No, it's not about renouncing. It's about going deeper. Why do you need a relationship? Because I don't feel whole. I don't feel fulfilled. I need someone to do what? You need someone to do what? If you're not okay inside, what is something outside going to do? Distract you from your not okayness. When I'm with him or her, the world is so much nicer. What's wrong with the world when you're not with them? It's the same world, but your consciousness has been distracted because you are attracted, good words, distracted and attracted. You're distracted from something, so you're not feeling yourself. What happens if all of a sudden that person who you're just so attracted to and so unbelievable does one single thing that stirs you back up inside? Just said their tone of their voice or what they wore, anything. How are you doing? It's over. It ceased to work that they distracted you from yourself. Yourself came, I don't need that. I got to aggravate myself. I don't need you aggravating me. So the problem is not that you don't have something outside. The problem is there's something wrong inside. That is always the situation. Okay, now you'll write me, well, what if somebody's chopping you up? Okay, I understand. You can prove me wrong at the extremes, all right? But you don't live in the extremes. You don't. Maybe you had a bad experience in your life, but you do not live in the extremes. Some people do, unfortunately. But you don't live in the extremes, do you? So don't challenge me with that. That's silly. I'm talking about your everyday life. Your everyday life is you do not need something outside. Food, yes, food, clothing, shelter, not mansions and Ferraris. All right? You don't need things outside to be okay inside, unless you're not okay inside. Then if you're not okay inside, you need things to distract you from your not okayness. They don't fix your not okayness. Get in a relationship. Have it wonderful. Last for years. Filled with love. It's so beautiful. And then have it break up. How are you doing? Well, obviously the 2 years that was great fixed you. Now you're fine inside. You'll never have another problem for the rest of your life. You've learned what love is like. You learn what to be open. My God, you're so great. Okay, they leave you with your best friend. How you doing? Oh, I thought it fixed everything. I don't understand. You say things like, oh my God, I feel as bad as I did before I ever met him. I wish I'd never met him. That's right, because you didn't fix anything. Take a breath. I have met people. I actually love it. Older people. I'm with Irving 52 years. I was so lonely before I met him, and then he died. I feel that same loneliness again. They think that's romantic. I feel that same loneliness again. I miss him so much. Okay, I appreciate it. I respect it. I have compassion. What the heck? 52 years didn't fix you? Have you met such people? Do you see such thing? Isn't everybody that way? It didn't fix it. It distracted you from it. And as long as he or she distracts you from it, you say the relationship's working. The moment it doesn't, you'll go look for somebody else, or you'll fall for somebody else. Why do people have a relationship and fall for somebody else? Because they weren't feeling the distraction from that person, from that work, that may be a person, from the work, from this, from that they were feeling before. And so now it doesn't work anymore. And so okay, and if all of a sudden you meet somebody that happens again, and you're distracted from yourself, and you feel wonderful, I'm sorry. Don't ask me what to do. I won't tell you. Okay? I will tell you. You should have been using all this time to find out what's wrong inside, not to distract yourself from what's wrong inside. And when I say all this time, you know how much time? Every moment of your life. Do you not spend every moment of your life trying to find the right person, trying to do the right thing, trying to find the right job, trying to find a hobby, trying to have fun? Every moment of your life. And when you're not doing it, aren't you thinking about it? Trying to think about what can I do to be happier? What can I do to be full? Where can I go on vacation? Oh my God, you go on the web. I go here. Why? Because that helps distract you from yourself. Do you use your mind to distract you from yourself? Do you use your mind, if you have a positive mind, most people don't, a positive mind to think, oh boy, I can't wait for tomorrow. Boy, what's wrong with today? What the heck's wrong with you? Every day's a day on a planet in the middle of nowheres. Infinite empty space and there's all these things going on. No, I can't. You can't wait for what? For something to happen that will distract me. Something will happen that won't make me feel what I feel inside. The entire purpose of your life here is to find out why you're not okay inside and fix it, not distract yourself from it. You can go your entire... Why are people afraid of dying? I can't figure it out. All they do is complain while they're here. Right or wrong, that's all you do is complain. And yet you're afraid of leaving. Okay? What is a bucket list? I'm picking on you. What's a bucket list? That which I haven't tried yet that might work. I haven't jumped out of an airplane without a parachute. A parachute that's marked 50-50 at the Army surplus store. That'll be far out. It's like you just think there's something out there that's going to fix what's in here. What it means, it will distract me from the disturbance I've carried my entire life deep inside myself enough to where, boy, now I'm ready to go. There's no chance in the world. All right? Isn't it funny that nothing on your bucket list is that what you've already done? You think there's something out there to fix what's in here. There isn't. Boy, getting tough on you. There is nothing out there that can fix what's wrong in here. Can it make it worse? Oh, yeah. When does it make it worse? When you try to lean. Have you ever tried to lean on the outside and have it betray you? Have it disappoint you? Oh, boy, I like that one. What does disappoint mean? You appointed someone else to fix what's wrong inside of you and they dished you. Well, you got disappointed, okay? Has anyone ever behaved in a way you didn't expect them to? How'd that feel? You were leaning on that outside to support what's wrong inside. So why am I doing all this? I don't want to hurt you. I don't want you getting sad. I don't want you giving up. I want you to understand there's nothing outside that can fix what's wrong inside. Why? You're in there, and you're the only one in there. When we chant today, you're going to chant. In Sabhikalpa Samadhi, in Nirvikalpa Samadhi, Sabhikalpa Samadhi is that you've left this, your body, your mind, is enough that the sense of self feels the whole universe as part of itself. He said, find yourself in the self. Nirvikalpa is when you go beyond that and there's no sense of individuality at all and there's no form and you merge back into creation before it was created. Those yogis get high, all right? What is non-samadhi? Humanness, pain, suffering. So Buddha said, all life is suffering. In other words, don't take your consciousness outside of this little stupid place you're hanging out. Your mind, your emotions, your body. That's where you hang out, don't you? Not so easy, is it? Don't do that. Bring the consciousness down to become fixated on this tiny little thing. I can't help myself. How small is your world? I know you think you're a worldly person. Give me a break. First of all, your world isn't kind of like, 6 by 2. So net result is you got this tiny little body. How do you know it's your body? Because when someone touches you, feel it. It sends messages back. God, you think I'm kidding? Because this one sends messages back to you. If it didn't, you wouldn't know it was your body. This one sends messages back. It's our wiring system that when you touch it, it goes back. You smell things, it goes back to you. There you are. Where are you? Merged in Nirvikalpa Samadhi? Total one with God? My Father and I are one? No. I'm in here feeling that. I'm here being distracted by what I'm smelling, seeing, tasting, touching, feeling. My consciousness, the self, my consciousness. I don't like when we use words, the soul, the self, right? You. When I say, are you in there? What's the answer? Are you in there? How do you know? Blah. I hear you, right? That's the you. That's the self. Don't make it some mystical thing. Your consciousness, your sense of self, your sense of awareness of being, that is the self. That's what's called the self. But I don't feel one with God. Well, of course you're not. You're staring at you. Whatever you stare at, whatever you're conscious of, that's your world. So you're staring at the input from the senses. You're staring at that, don't you? How small is that? How much of the world do you see right now with your eyes? Well, there's a little scope, right? A little bit. How small is that? I keep telling you. First of all, how small is it compared to Gainesville? How much of Gainesville are you seeing right now? How much of the United States? How much of what's going on right now on the planet Earth are you seeing right now? Is that embarrassing? I hope it is. And then I tell you that 1.3 million Earths fit inside the sun. I'm repeating that to you. I don't care how many times I say it, because you should think of it day and night. Not only do you not see anything that's going on, but 1.3 million Earth of the entire Earth fit inside the sun. And the sun is one of 300 billion stars in your galaxy. How much are you seeing? Isn't that embarrassing? And you think you're very important. That's really funny. You know why you're important? Because you think you are. Oh, I forgot. So you're receiving this message from the senses. You're kind of distracted by that, aren't you? Totally distracted. But it comes in through your eyes, your ears, your taste, your touch, your smell, etc. Totally distracted. Is that all you're distracted by? No. I got myself good and distracted by storing stuff that I experienced before inside this storage cabinet I have called the mind. Things aren't happening anymore. I've had an entire life of so many years and days and moments, and some of them, which ones? The ones that hurt me, the ones I didn't like. Every once in a while, some I liked, but mostly what I don't like, I stored it inside my mind. Why? So I can get good and distracted by it again. So I can run around this world distracted by all what's coming through my senses, which is pretty much nothing, and have stored inside my mind these experiences that I've had in the past. I'm going to store that stuff in there. Why? So it can distract me even more. Are you not distracted by your thoughts? Are you not distracted by things that happened in the past that aren't happening anymore, that bothered you? Right. No show of hands. I'll tell you what. If you're not, put a hand up. Okay? Are you distracted by things from the past that bothered you, that come back and enter your mind and you feel them again and think about them again? Oh, no hands went up, did they? So not only this world is out there, I told you, the world can't fix you. It didn't break you. You did. Buddhists say, work at the root. I'm trying to show where the root is. The world unfolded. It's raining. It's cold. It's hot. This person is driving slow. You drop some food on your pants at lunch. Things happen. That's the world. It's out there. Why did it bother you? Because you said so. When I grew up, when you were in school, high school and stuff like that, right, you wore nice jeans. It was a big deal. Your Levi's, whatever they are, nice jeans, right? If you wore ripped jeans, people feel sorry for you. Now they rip the things. Who decided whether that's good or bad? You did. Who decides what kind of people you like and don't like? Who decides what kind of fashion you like? Who decides what you're supposed to look like? Well, oh, your nose. Well, let's get it right. I like that. No, by the way, I am not picking on nose jobs. Wonderful. Anything. When I talk, I'm just making you laugh at yourself. Don't not do it. You just do whatever you want to do. I've seen pictures on TV. When they go into the nose job guy or gal, they go in there, they show them pictures. Which nose do you want? What's wrong with one you have? You got to pick one. Yeah, it's a good one. So, what are you doing? Who decides what's good or bad? You do. You do, inside yourself. Who decided it was a bad experience? Here, somebody went out, they got drunk, they're in Vegas, they got married to someone they never met before. The relationship lasted 6 hours and they got divorced, right? Is that good or bad? Well, they learned some lessons. Don't drink so much and don't be in Vegas when you do it. It's like you're deciding what the problems are. You're deciding all of this, aren't you? You're in there, and you're the only one in there. If it is a mess in there, you made it. No, you don't understand. My mother wasn't very nice. She was an alcoholic, and she never treated me nicely. Okay, well, how long ago was that? 43 years ago. How long has Mom been dead? 33. Why is this bothering you now? Shh. Why is this bothering you now? Because you decided that it should bother you now. You held on to that. You didn't have to. You're the only one in there. I don't know how to say this. It's a single occupancy apartment. You live in there. If you're in your house and you're the only one who lives there, and I go to visit you, it's a mess. There's pizza crust all over the place, roaches running around. Who did that? Well, the roach did. No, the roach did not. The pizza maker did. The delivery guy. No. You live in that house. It is your house. You're the only one living in there, and I'm telling you, and they won't tell you this, it's in the state you put it in. Well, what do you mean? I couldn't handle... Well, why? No, I couldn't handle it. Why? Now, that's why you're not okay. Because you couldn't handle what happened. That's what suppression's all about. That's what denial's all about. That's what repression's all about. I couldn't handle... Wait, I couldn't handle the way you're driving. Do you or do you not get upset by the way people drive in front of you? Have you ever talked to the driver in front of you? You decided to have a problem sitting on a little planet in the middle of nowhere with little scooters running around, and you didn't like the way one of the scooters was running in front of you. You decided to have a problem. You decided, I want to have a problem with this, and I'm going to collect those problems. How many? Thousands and thousands. Go to your high school reunion and see how much is stored. Seriously, just see people you haven't seen for 20 years. You will have the same stuff come back up in there that happened when you were there. I mean, you'll treat them the same way. You'll think they're the same. You are in there doing this. This is a spiritual discussion. But you're not talking about God. I am so. I'm talking about that you are God descended and you fell from the garden. Why? Because you started doing this. You started making a mess inside yourself. What does the Bible say when you fell from the garden? You must now work by the sweat of your brow to be okay. Do you know anything about that? Anybody working on the sweat of their brow to be okay? All day, all night? Why? Because you made a mess in there. You're not going to fix it with the outside. Temporarily, it will distract you from yourself. It will be entertaining. It will be interesting. Go get a new job. Guys, great. I can't wait to get to work. Oh, my God. Just driving down the driveway. I had employees. They used to have a job, and they didn't do well at a job, but they were good, and I hired them. And it was so beautiful. Once he came to me, he said, I just want to tell you, I have not enjoyed my life for years where my job was. Now, when I drive down that driveway, I get excited. I just feel all this excitement and joy. Thank you so much, right? A year later, they're back depressed. Somebody did something and worked, and the way they did, criticize them. It didn't take much to answer me. Answer me. How long does that enthusiasm stay for the new job, or the new car, or the new wife or husband, or the new kid? Wake up. The outside is the outside. It's happening everywhere, all the time, every moment. There happens to be a part of it that's happening in front of you. I tell you this, and I know you can never get it. That part that's happening in front of you is really no different than the part that's not happening in front of you. Turn to the right, there's a different one. Turn to the left, a different one. There's one going on everywhere. Why is it not happening in front of you any different than any other one? It's not. It just happens to be the ones happening in front of you. And the ego's so big, it said, well, that makes it different. No, it does not make it different. I'm going to pick you up and drop you down on someplace in France, a restaurant in France. You've never been to France. You've never been to a restaurant like that, right? You know what you're going to do? That moment is more important than every other moment in the universe. It is not. It exists before I dropped you down. They're exactly the same. I could have dropped you anywhere. And can anybody even understand what I'm saying? Is it not true? The moments are the same. I mean, of course, they're not exactly the same. There are different things happening, but it's just a thing that's happening on the planet spinning in the middle of nowhere. Take a breath. And so I drop you down there, and what do? You make a mess. Oh my God, they don't even speak English. What's wrong with these people? That is what you've done with your life. Once you create the first mess, I don't want to get into the whole detail. Once you create the first problem, the first mess, I didn't like the snake. I didn't like this. I didn't like blah, blah. All right? Now you have stored in this storage bank, this mind. I don't like this color. I don't like this person. I don't like when people talk this way. I don't like when people stand real close to you and take your space. Anything, I don't care what it is. The moment you store that, you stored what you don't like, you're going to be afraid it's going to happen again. You will, from now on, I'm going to just one. I don't like it. People, you probably don't either. They're standing way too close. I got personal space, baby. Back, okay? So let's say that happens to you. all right? And you don't like it. Just one thing you didn't let go of. Do you understand now you can't make a decision in your life? I started by decisions, right? Where should I move? How close do they stand in that country? Go watch on the web. Oh, they don't give you personal space here. Well, I ain't going there. Aren't we funny? So now you store inside what? Something you couldn't handle. I am now answering you the root of why you're not okay. And if you don't work with the root why you're not okay, you will never be okay. You can distract yourself from your not okayness and just pedal as fast as you can, like that hamster, woo, in that little wheel. Where's it going? I don't know, but I'm trying. And you're just going to keep trying to stay busy, keep trying to stay entertained, keep trying to stay interested, keep trying to find somebody, find something, travel. I don't know, do something. And you'll just keep doing it your whole life. You're not okay. So why? Not what do I do? There's a whole purpose of this talk. Not what do I do to distract myself from the fact that I'm not okay. I'm begging you, wake up. That's part of waking up. That's all I've done my whole life. Run around trying to find things that would distract me so I don't have to feel lonely or sad or lost or insecure or afraid, anything. Okay, what is the root cause of why you're not okay? You stored inside of you, not the outside. Things happen outside. It's a happening place. Can things happen outside that are uncomfortable? Can you break an arm? Can somebody mistreat you? Can things happen outside that are difficult to handle inside? All right, can you handle that? Can you handle that they happen and not store them inside and make a collection of every bad experience you ever had so that now what you have stored inside of you is a house of horrors? It is. It's a house of horrors. I think it was Star Wars. Well, I don't know what it was, but Luke was out there about to walk into a cave, and Yoda's out there, and Luke turns around and says, what will I find in there? And Yoda said, nothing you don't bring in with you. That's what you're going to find in there, and that's why you're not okay, because you made a mess in there. You stored all this stuff. You stored every single bad. You know who agrees with me now? All psychology, all therapy, all psychologists agree with what I just said. That you stored in there every single thing that ever bothered you from childhood. And if you store the garbage inside, that's like that house I talked to you about. Now you made a mess of your house. Who did? You did. Now I understand. That's not guilt. Oh, I'm so guilty. No, come on, man. No one ever taught you how not to. And when you're little, you don't know how not to anyways. Okay? The point is, that's why it's not okay inside. That's the purpose of this talk. That is, under all circumstances, why it's not okay inside. Isn't it a mess in there? Did you make the mess? Not willfully, not purposely, but you were unable to handle situations that happen. And instead of saying, okay, life happens, and it comes, and I deal with it the best I can, not perfectly, but I do it the best I can. And when I can't deal with it well, later I let it go. I told you how you're supposed. You want to talk about how you're supposed to live your life? You wake up in the morning and you say, "Okay, I'm sitting on a little planet spinning a little nowhere. Things are going to happen, and guess what I'm going to do? I am going to go through the entire day, not storing garbage." Not putting more in there. If somebody says something to me I don't like, it feels weird, I'm going to look at that and say, there it is, being weird again. Do I want to keep this? How long do I want the weird, insecure, or self-conscious thing to feel like that? Just in time to let it go. So, I felt self-conscious. I felt embarrassed. I felt uncomfortable. Or do I want to never see that person ever again and not come back to school ever again and not come back to work if they're going to treat me like that? Which one do I want to do? Do I want to make sure it stays? Or do I want to sit there and say, I'm going to make a video game out of this. I'm going to make it through this day, just one day. I'm going to make it through this day without storing anything. I'll experience it. I'm not going to suppress it. I'll experience it, and I'll do my best to say, okay, this was the experience I had. Me, I'm just one person on the planet Earth. There's 8.3 billion of you. Come on, stop making a big deal out of what happened in front of you. Do you get there's something happening everywhere? And this just happened to be what's happening in front of you. Can you handle it? And if the answer is no, that's fine. Will you do your best to try to handle it? Or will you do your best to make sure it never happens again? You know the difference? One is to say, I stored it and I'm going to let it run my life. The other is, I ain't storing this thing. And you go through the day letting go. I've heard those words. How? Relax and release. There, that's the entire teaching. You try it sometime. And you wait and see how deep it takes you. Can stuff hit your stuff? Yes. That's what it's doing. Hitting the garbage is in there. Going to stir up the roaches. Okay? Your mind and your heart are very sensitive because you store all this garbage in here. So something happens. It hits your stuff. What do? First, notice, I don't want to keep this. Not how do I make it not happen? Not how do I yell at somebody or blame them or defensive. No, the first thing is, do I want to keep this in here? Is this how I want to be? Is this what I want going on inside of me when this situation passes, when a person walks away? And at least say no, at least say your motive, your intent. They say intent is most important. Buddhists teach that. My intent is, no, I don't want to keep this. I got enough garbage in there. I don't need another garbage just because the way somebody drove or because it was hot out or because somebody said something I think, wait, remember how sensitive we are, right? I wonder what they're talking about. God, they're not talking about me. Oh my God, I hope you're not telling them that I did that because I didn't. Right. And now you're bothered about what you think maybe somebody's talking about that maybe. See, you didn't even laugh. You didn't even laugh. That was like normal. What would I laugh at? You can't be doing this and have a decent life. You will have to keep going out there trying to distract yourself from the garbage you stored inside. And so you get up in the morning, you say, I ain't going to do this anymore. I am not going to store this stuff. So I'm going to go through the day, and when it gets hit, you look at it. Yes, it hit me. I want the first question. I don't want the first question to be, what do I do about this? Well, I've never talked to this level. If you want to get high, you want to be pure, you want to really experience spirituality, don't let the question be, what do I need to do about this? What I need to say, what I need to do, what I need to stop the person, what I need to defend myself, what I need to run away. Let the first question be, right away, do I want to store this? Did it bother me? Yes. Do I want to store it? Because it's instinctual to defend yourself. It bothered you to defend yourself. What do you mean you store something else? Now you just keep storing more and more stuff. You get worse and worse. I want you to get better and better every day. So the first thing you do, I sit there and say, do I want to store this? Real quick, do I want to store this? Do I want to store this? No, I don't want to store this. By the way, you probably have to meditate to be conscious enough to remember to say, do I want to store this? But it's going to get easier and easier. It does. As you practice with it, you more and more are present because you didn't go down there into it. You're present. Do I want to store this? No. All right, now how do I not store it? Okay, I'm telling you, my experience is immediately relax. Relax. But people write me, but it won't relax. It's turmoil. I didn't tell it to relax. I told you to relax. You who is experiencing it are not what you're experiencing. You're the subject. You're the experiencer. You're the consciousness, the awareness that is aware this garbage has now come up inside of you. Of course, it's not going to relax. If you start feeling anger, tell anger to feel love. It's not going to feel love. It's anger. It has its nature. However, you in there that's experiencing it starting to get angry, you have the right to relax instead of participate in it. Not push it away, not deny it, just relax. It takes time if you don't understand what I'm talking to you about. But then when you get it, that's where all this growth takes place. There's people writing from all over the world every single day. God, thank you. My relationship's so much better. And get along with my husband, blah, 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 blah. Why? Because I didn't participate in the garbage that I have inside of me. Did I suppress it back? Don't suppress it back. Then it'll never go out. Just relax. Relax. What does that mean? You know what it means. It means don't resist. What does relaxation mean? Non-resistance. What is resistance? Tensing. Right or wrong, you know about resistance, don't you? Do you know about relaxing? When you start to feel the tendency to resist, relax. Fall back. You have to go forward to resist. I have to go forward to resist something. I have to go hit it. It's out there. It's coming in. I don't care if it's outside or inside. It's coming at me. I have to push it away. All right? What if it can't hurt you? What if that whole thing of resisting energy, that's all it is when it comes in, is energy. The thing itself doesn't come in. It's out there. It comes in as energy. You feel it, all right? And you resist it. Don't. Now, it's going to take you a long time to be able to do that. But you can do that. First let go, then deal with it. Not first resist, because then you're not dealing with the outside, you're dealing with the inside. These are spiritual teachings. Can you learn that when it comes in, it's just energy? If I can let it go, it will be like wind that blows past me. This energy will come in and it will blow right past you. I'm not talking about the big stuff yet. I'm talking about the driver in front of you, the fact that you stubbed your toe, the fact that the color wasn't exactly what you wanted it to be. What should I do? Just the stuff that there's no problem. You're making a problem inside yourself. The new book, Living Untethered, I call it low-hanging fruit. Don't worry about the big stuff now. Don't worry about the roaches. Just worry about whether you ordered the new pizza so there'll be more crusts. Okay? So basically, it comes in, you experience it. How do I know it's in there? It kind of knocks on the door, doesn't it? How do I know I feel insecure? Give me a break. How do I know I felt embarrassed? Give me a break. How do I know I'm feeling angry? Give me a break. How do I know I'm being defensive? Give me a break. Fair enough. We got some solid ground here. I don't think you would have made it out here if you didn't realize that's what's going on in there. The question is, what are you doing about it? And I'm telling you, if you store it, it's going to be there long after the event's over. Somebody says something, you're not sure what they meant by it. So what? If you have to, practice positive thinking. I'm not sure what they meant by it. They meant they loved you to pieces. They can't even stand the sight of you because you're so beautiful. There, tell the mind that. Ultimately, you don't have to do that. Ultimately, you feel it come in, you feel the energy, you feel the tendency. I'm not interested in what came in. I'm interested in what happened outside. I'm not interested in what it felt like when it came in. I'm not. Doesn't mean I don't care for you. I care for you because I'm interested in how to deal with it. I'm interested in what you're doing about it. You in there. How are you reacting to the fact that some bad energy came in? Because I'm telling you the right way to react under all circumstances, no decisions. How do I know what to do? You don't have a decision. Relax. First thing you do is relax. You want it to blow past you, and then you're conscious and clear, then make a decision. Then look and see what's really going on. Otherwise, you're dealing with your problem, not the problem. You store all this junk in there. It hits your junk. That's your problem. And so it comes up inside, and you're going to get a reaction of resisting, fighting with yourself. First, let it go. Then come back and see if there's something to deal with. It's hot out. Let it go. What do I deal with? Nothing. It's hot out. So what? The driver in front of you is not driving the speed limit, and you're in a rush. What in the world good does it do to be getting aggravated? Did it make it go away? Now that you've let it go, fine. Now is there something to do about it? No. Just drive slower for a while, right? If you can pass, by all means, pass. I'm not saying don't pass, but don't do it out of anger. Don't do it out of frustration. First, let go. First, let go. First, let that energy that hit your stuff. It's your stuff that you're feeling the energy about. There's no way some situation outside is causing all that to go on in there. You get all embarrassed, and then the mother used to talk to you like that. I don't have to put up with it. That didn't happen because somebody walked away without saying hello. Hey, Sally, she walked by. There's no way that caused all that inside of you. That was already inside of you. Do you want to start handling that? Otherwise, you're not going to be okay. You're already not okay. So what you do is a tendency is to resist. You're going to feel that. You in there, you, the soul, God, that's who's in there. The tendency is to not be God, is to be this person who has all these issues, and then take your energy, your Shakti really, and use it to push that thing away. Push what away? The energy that came in that stirred up your stuff. All right? So basically, you push it away. I'm begging you, any way you need to, start practicing letting go. Now you know what letting go. Letting go doesn't mean outside. Letting go, let go of your job, let go of your husband, let go of your wife. No, letting go is you do inside. Oh, you never knew that. That's what surrender experiment is. It's not outside, it's inside. This energy came up, fine. Surrender, let go. Let it blow past you. Like the wind. It's just like the wind, I swear to God. That energy is just like the wind. You want to fight the wind? Get some plywood, hold it up, see how good you're doing. Let go, let it blow past you. It's not easy. It's not a natural tendency. You want to fight and resist, right? Relax. And you'll find out these energies can't hurt you. Anger, if something shoots up anger, it can't hurt you. It can blow right past you. But if you resist it, it becomes a tremendous force. So that's what it means to relax and release. The inner energy, just relax, let it go. And then go through the whole day. I want you to go through the day to see if you can do it. You won't be able to, but that's okay. And see what you stored in there. It didn't make it through. And then at night, and go cry. It's way beyond what they teach you in terms of meditation and all this kind of stuff. Yes, meditate, by all means. You will have to be able to do this. But I'm telling you, you wake up in the morning, your intent is what matters. You wake up in the morning, I ain't taking more junk in here. I got enough junk in here. cause enough trouble. And you go through the day the best you can. Every once in a while, take a breath. Okay, I remember what I said I was going to do. I haven't done very well. I'm going to do better the rest of the day. I told you, I don't like telling you this. I don't want you doing it. My intent was so sincere when I got on this path and I dropped out of everything, moved out here. I'd had a deep experience and I just wanted to go back there, period, no matter what. We're talking about centering every once in a while. I didn't want to center every once in a while. If I went out to my car and I got in, before I started that car, every single time I stopped, took a breath, and remembered what I was busy doing. When I got out of the car, before I turned it off, every single time, same thing. If I got out of the car and I walked into a building and there was a door, before I walked through that door, I stopped, remembered, what am I about? What am I doing? I'm letting go. Every interior door, everyone, every single one. It only takes a second. I centered and let go. I was running this company. Phone would ring. Secretary would come in. You got a phone call. Didn't matter who it was from, anything. Before I picked up that phone, center. I just constantly set these moments throughout life. You're welcome to do it, but don't get neurotic about it. Just constantly set these moments where I'd stop. And I would take a breath and remember, I'm letting go. That's what I'm doing here. The entire purpose of this is to let go of the experiences I'm having, not to not deal with them. I ran this company, I did all kinds of stuff, but not deal with them out of fear, not deal with them out of reaction, not deal with them out of resistance. Let go. And over time, you learn. You learn. It's practice. You practice sport, don't you? You practice the piano, don't you? You don't start with Beethoven or Tchaikovsky. You start with the scales. Those are the scales. And just so you know, because people ask me, I don't have to do it anymore. Why? It's always there. The moments start to tie together until you become established in a place where that's what you're doing. You're letting go. You're a letting go machine. You think, oh boy, that must be tiring. You're a non-letting go machine. Are you not? Do you not resist and watch and careful and try to control every single thing that's ever going on? That must be very tiring. And so you get into what true spirituality is. It is about you in there. It is not about what's out here. But it doesn't mean you don't deal with what's out here. So you're in there, and what you're going to find out is an amazing thing that you wouldn't normally know. One, it can't hurt you. Energy cannot hurt you. It is just like wind. If you resist it, of course, you put one force against another. It's going to keep pushing at you. You're going to feel all kinds of problems. And if you store it, that's what samskara is. It's trapped energy that you did not let go of that is inside of you trying to get out. That's why it keeps coming back up. That's why it's in your dreams. That's why somebody says something, it pops up, doesn't it? You don't want that stuff in there. So now have I answered why you're not okay? That's why you're not okay. I don't need the details. Robin said it beautifully once. He said, look, it's not that I don't care about you, but if you come here and you try to tell me all your problems and what went wrong and what's wrong with your life, I'll listen for a minute. I'm not going to listen much. He said, I don't even listen to my own melodrama. Why would I bother? It's just the garbage I stored in there. I want it out. I want to be okay. The whole thing was about you're not okay. That's why you have trouble with decisions. You're trying to be okay. Everything is trying to be okay. I don't want you trying to be okay. You can, by all means. Don't listen to me. Go about your business, right? But deep inside, understand, why am I not okay? I want you to work with why you're not okay. And don't you tell me I'm not okay because I'm not married. Or because my husband, yes, I know it's tough. It's tough. Nobody says it's easy. But you have to be willing to handle things. Otherwise, you'll have another one in there. Do you want another one in there? You already got 4 husbands in there. You don't need the 5th one. And every one of them had different problems. Now you'd go on a date. Oh, he slurps a soup. Oh, he sits like that. Oh, he wears a tie. They hit your stuff, don't they? So this is how you grow spiritually. And so what happens is you practice. Of course you can't do it. Practice. Practice. Practice letting go. And small things first. Let go. Then what's going to happen, you're going to find out that practice works. Just like it does in a sport or an instrument. We get better at it. So basically, you don't want it in there, you learn to let it go. You learn to let the situation of the day. And then at the end of the day, you sit down and you say, did I store stuff? And you're going to find out, yeah, it hurts, still hurts. I don't even like thinking about it. Don't think about it. Don't get into it. Let it go. Let it go. Say to it, I'm okay. It was okay that this happened. Of course, it bothered me. That's okay that it bothered me. How do you like that? Not only is it okay that it happened, it's okay that it bothered me. Are you okay that it bothered you? Just at least say it. At least say, I can handle it. I can handle this. That's a wonderful mantra. What if you walked around saying, I can handle this all the time? I can, Sally didn't say hello. I can handle that. Handle that. Driving from, I can handle that. It's raining out. And I wanted to go shopping. Yeah, I can handle that. I was supposed to go on vacation. The boss told me I couldn't. Your alternative to handling it is to suppress it. It actually happened. You're not going to make it not happen. It happened. So either I can't handle it, I don't want it, there. It didn't happen. Yes, it did. But you pushed it away. Now you stored something. Now, I told you, let's say the boss did that to you. All right? I can handle it. Not yelling, screaming, quitting. I can handle it. I don't like it. I can handle it. Okay, now you've handled it. Okay, take a breath. Is there something I should be doing about this? Okay? Should I form a union? A non-vacation union? I don't know. I don't know. See, there's a decision. Don't make the decision based on the fact you can't handle it. I'm begging you. It will never, ever be the right decision. Never. Your reaction, because it hit your stuff, is about you trying to handle your stuff. Don't you talk to me like that ever again. If you talk to me like that, I'm leaving. What did I say? You said you didn't want to watch the TV show that I wanted to watch. Hello? And then you sit there and try to suppress it and push it away. Don't act based on that. If you feel disappointment, okay, handle it. First, handle it. Then look to see, is there something I need to do with this? Of course not. Let him watch the TV show he wants. Better than storing this stuff inside of me. Are you kidding me? Anybody understanding? Have we communicated? I'm asking you. Do you understand that's why you have trouble with decisions? I started off by giving you a broad thing. Worry, decisions, this and that. That's because you're not okay. You like worrying? But what about the future if it doesn't happen the way I want? What does that mean? I'm not okay. I've decided how things need to be in the future. That's fun too. I decided how things need to be in the future so that I can be okay in the future. I know I'm not okay now. Oh my God, that's like 16 layers away from dealing with your stuff. There is no worry. There are no decisions. Not that kind of decision. There's no indecision. That's a better way to say it. Of course, there's forks in the road. But there's no indecision. There's not a problem. Fine, there's a fork in the road. You know how you make a decision? I'm fine. I'm going to choose this way, and it's going to be the right decision. Why? I'll make it be the right decision. You are in there. It is your world. Please, please take control in there. Not by suppressing, not by manipulating, by relaxing and releasing, letting go, clean out. Once you can do the little stuff on a daily basis, it seems unimportant. It is not unimportant. It's important to do your scales. Don't tell me, oh, they're boring. I don't care. You want to learn the piano, you learn the scales. You want to play a sport? You get a coach, you get a ball thrower, you do something. Same thing inside. You want to grow spiritually? Learn to handle the everyday things. Then what's going to happen? You'll get better at it. How do you know? Because somebody will say something that used to bother you and won't bother you. You won't even notice that they said it. You want to go to the movies today? Nah, I'm tired. Okay. And all of a sudden you can handle it. And then what's going to happen is really beautiful. You may not think so. The old stuff, because you didn't push new stuff on top of it, is going to start coming up by itself. You don't have to do anything. You'll be driving down the street, and all of a sudden you'll feel fear, or you'll feel mommy in the thing, there's no reason, or you'll see a billboard. It just starts coming up. Now what do? Celebrate. Celebrate. Don't come to me and say, oh, I was doing well, and now I'm not. I don't understand. I'm more sensitive than I used to be. Of course you are, because you're more open than you used to be. And so the things get more sensitive and they hit you. You should celebrate. Thank God this garbage has to stay down the rest of my life. To get the roaches out, they're going to scurry around because they're in corners. Right now they're worse. No, they're not worse. It's better. And you just keep letting go. You become a letting go machine. You're not even thinking about it. That's what you do in there all the time, every single time. And if something gets caught and you drop down a little bit, rejoice. Oh boy, there's a place to do some work. There's a corner that has some roaches. And just keep relaxing and releasing, which I hope you understand has nothing to do with the outside. The outside is your friend. Why? It hits your stuff. You hear me? And you really, I'm going to stop. Hard for me because I got you. All right? Listen to me. Someday you will wake up and realize that is what your life on this planet is about. It is a washing machine, isn't it? And it is going to hit your stuff. Why? Because you have stuff. The roaches are going to come out because they're in there. It's not bad. In India, there's a thing with the devas and devas, the gods and goddesses in the higher planes, you call heaven, where you get everything you want and everything's perfect. They beg to come down to earth. It's the highest place you can be because it hits your stuff. They want to grow. They want to change. They want to go elevate, get higher. Well, you've won the jackpot, guys. You landed on the most amazing planet in the world that's beautiful and everything, and you think it's terrible because it's hitting your stuff. The very stuff that you think is terrible, somebody else thinks is wonderful. Have you noticed that nowadays? Let go of your stuff. Then come down and do your thing. You're not supposed to interact. You're supposed to react. Reacting means you're dealing with your stuff. Interact means you've got no stuff. Here I am. I can deal with it. And I come out and be an activist. Be whatever you want. But do it out of clarity. Do it out of, there's a meaning for doing what you're doing. It matches with your intent. I hope you understand why. Because I care. Did you tell I care for you? A talk like this is called compassion. You do not need to suffer. I know all this junk's going on. I know you've had all kinds of junk going on. Nobody's denying that. Can it help to talk about it to somebody else? Of course it can. But inside, please start by not taking on any more. I'm begging you. And so now you have a mission in life. It's not a mission impossible. It's a mission possible. And as you let go of that stuff, the more you can handle, the more it goes out. And then you're going to find out what this Shakti is about. You're going to find out there's this energy inside of you that you didn't know was there. And it starts flowing up inside of you. You don't have to know the chakras. It opens them. You start feeling all this energy. Just touch any chakra. Boom. Energy flying out. Every single one. And you become a being of light. You become a being of energy. Why? Because you always were, but you were using your energy to suppress, using your energy to resist. Oh my God, how much Shakti do you have? And so then it gets higher and higher. And then everything gets easier and easier. If you're filled with love and joy, what do you care? That's what a great master is. They didn't deny or suppress. They're filled with love. Nothing can take it down. Now bring that out here by all means. All right. I would keep going, but I won't. And guess what? I will, but inside of your head. So I wrote the books. That's why the talks are out there. Inside the head, let go, let go. I can handle this. There's your mantras. Let go, relax. When you try the first time, relax and release in the face of that energy. And you realize it can't touch you. It can't hurt you. How can energy hurt you? And once it gets inside, it's just energy, isn't it? All right. Jagradev.
You've been listening to the Michael Singer Podcast, produced by Sounds True in partnership with Shanti Publications. For more information on Michael's body of work and all back episodes, please join us at michaelsingerpodcast.com. Thanks so much for listening. Sounds True, waking up the world.